everybody seems to be doing during this cold harmattan season. Blowing their noses off. So much snot in those nostrils. Catarrh, the flu, coryza, common cold. There may not be any snow, but that dry weather is here. Soon more people will blow their noses and get sick because of the colds and the flu. Hi, you. I'm Dr. Hadiza Marliyya Suleiman, your favorite holistic reconstructive surgeon, and welcome to my 4th live stream on the Medical Information Channel and the second part of the marathon series, Kick Flu in the Butt, this harmattan. And in this live session, to ensure that you, my lovely viewer, have a healthy harmattan or winter, depending on where you are residing, I will be telling you 20 foods you need to eat to prevent and soothe your common cold, your catarrh, your coryza, your flu, your influenza, this dry harmattan and winter season. Get your Don't Get Sick checklist, and don't forget to support the Medical Information Channel in my pinned comment below in the messages. And drum roll, the number 1 food to eat when you have the flu or common cold is, ta-da, water. Good old water. And why do we need more water when we are done with the flu or the common cold? Remember that influenza and the common cold are viral sicknesses and are also so annoying. Some of these annoying flu symptoms we have can include a fever, a very bad sore throat, cough, congestion in your airway, your runny nose because of that congestion, and of course, body aches all over. In some cases, flu may cause diarrhea and vomiting as well, because flu symptoms are even worse than coryza or common cold. And so these 3 symptoms, the fever, the vomiting, the diarrhea, can lead to rapid loss of water and electrolytes from your body in a very short amount of time, leading, of course, to dehydration. And that is why water ranks number 1 among the hydrating beverages you need to take when you have a cold or a flu. So try drinking this water. Try drinking at least the recommended 8 glasses of water a day to keep yourself fully hydrated. And since we know that we tend to lose more fluids when we're sick, we know that this same water can loosen that trapped mucus within our airway, and then, or should I say, thereby relieving that congestion. All right, so please, the benefits of drinking warm water are so much. And warm water specifically, the effect of warm water may just be because of the result of those hot or warm liquids which promote your salivation. And because of this promotion of salivation, they also cause, release of your airway secretions. There are secretions in your airway. And so these secretions will easily loosen when you have a congested airway. And because of this water, your airway will be soothed and lubricated. So please don't forget, water is one of the most important, or should I say, as I mentioned in the beginning, the most important hydrating beverage you can take when you have a cold or a flu. Are you looking for something with more flavor than just water? Well, I have something for you. You can also drink your chicken stock, your beef stock, your vegetable stock, vegetable broth, chicken broth, meat broth. Any kind of broth is very hydrating as well. And of course, the warm elements in these broths or these soups can help with your sore throat and also at the same time relieving the congestion. The broth or the stock, either vegetable, chicken, or beef, is a good source of fluids and electrolytes. And of course, they can help prevent dehydration as well. And also remember that that chicken provides your body with protein and zinc. You'll also gain vitamin A from those carrots. I know that many of us use carrots in our soups, in our chicken broths, right? Yeah. So those carrots in your chicken broths or your vegetable broths can also give you a high amount of vitamin A and also vitamin C. Yes, vitamin C, especially from those onions or celery that you use in your chicken broth, your vegetable stocks, your meat broths, all right? Vitamin C, and of course, if you add any other herbs into that chicken stock or broth, it can provide you a lot of antioxidants in that soup. So, but just remember, avoid adding too much salt in that chicken, vegetable, or meat broth, because if you have high sodium containing elements in your soup, it can lead to swelling and fatigue. You'll feel even more lethargic and more tired than you are already because of that, coryza, because of the effects of the flu or the coryza that you have. So please don't add too much salt in that chicken broth or meat broth or vegetable broth. Just add those lovely vegetables to give you your vitamin A, your vitamin C, and of course, your chicken, as I said before, provides you with a high amount of protein and a high amount of zinc. Would you like a hot cup of coffee? Oh, sorry, not coffee. Would you like a hot cup of tea? I know many of us love tea. Guys, harmattan, winter, and tea go hand in hand. Tea brewed with whole spices, cloves, cinnamon. You can use ground cinnamon or you can use whole cinnamon in your tea or any other kind of herbs. Even better if you have fresh lemongrass. I grow this at home and it's fantastic when I have a cold or a catarrh. You just brew your tea with this and it's fantastic. All right. You can add even, many other herbs like mint. I have this mint, which I use a lot also for making my tea whenever I have not only just catarrh or coughs or the flu, but even just on a, very cold, dry harmattan or winter day, depending, of course, on where you reside. So this is mint. You can make your tea with this and it's fantastic. Of course, there are many other benefits of this that I'm going to mention to you before. I'm going to mention to you later. Now, all these herbs add several essential nutrients to our daily diet. And so this further helps promote your immune health and prevent cold and flu. One of the best ways to enjoy honey. Do you take honey? I take honey a lot in my teas. One of the best ways to enjoy your tea, is to add a teaspoonful of honey to your tea. Now, this warm beverage is itself soothing. The tea is itself soothing. And by adding the honey, it can soothe your sore throat. And of course, by inhaling that steam and by drinking that warm tea, it can help clear it can help clear your sore throat and help you have a smooth, soothing and warm throat. Now, tea contains a group of antioxidants called polyphenols. All right? Tea contains a lot of antioxidants called polyphenols. Now, research shows that these polyphenols are protective against chronic illnesses. Chamomile, another herb, has been found to have antibacterial properties in some studies, while research has shown that, yes, peppermint tea can help soothe digestive symptoms if you have digestive symptoms like diarrhea or vomiting as a result of your cold, your catarrh, or your flu. So that is why I grow loads of mint in my garden. And I advocate that anybody that doesn't grow herbs should please do so. It will go a long way in helping you in not just the harmattan season, but in many other seasons as well. So these soothing herbs are fantastic, especially this dry harmattan and winter season. And then breathe in that steam from your tea. Breathe it in. Breathe it in to clear your stuffy airway, your stuffy nose. Now, green tea. Can you see this? This is green tea. Green tea is fantastic. All right? Green tea is perfect for weight loss, not only for weight loss, but is also one of the best sources for fighting off a common cold. Green tea contains a type of polyphenol called catechins. Now, these catechins are fantastic with helping in your immunity. And this antioxidant called the catechin is heavily prevalent in this green tea. So please take your green tea seriously. If you like green tea, of course. There are many other things you can take if you don't like green tea. It is known, the catechin is known to be a powerful antioxidant, it's a powerful antibacterial and an antiviral agent as well. And it can help to kill off cold starting bacteria and the influenza virus. So please incorporate green tea this harmattan season to help prevent, treat, and soothe your colds and your flus. So, even though you've seen that green tea is so rich in these antioxidants or flavonoids, as we call them, to help boosting your immunity and keeping cold at bay, there are many other herbs that I mentioned before that you can use with your tea. Do you like ginger tea? Yeah, ginger tea is fantastic. Now, ginger, this special root vegetable, contains the chemical sesquiterpenes. It's quite a long word. Sesquiterpenes, which specifically targets those viruses found in the common cold and flu. Ginger also has other benefits, including helping to suppress coughing, and it also contains anti-inflammatory gingerols that can help fight infection. How do you take your tea, especially when you're down with the common cold or flu? I would love to know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Why don't you? Do you like it in an herbal form with some herbs? Do you like it with honey? Do you like it with some lemon mixed with it in equal parts with hot water? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hey, coffee lovers, are you here? Coffee lovers, stay away from any beverage that contains caffeine, such as black tea, because black tea can help contribute to dehydration. Does 100% fruit and vegetable juices sound good? Yes, it does, even if you don't have catarrh or flu. I know it sounds good to your ears. If you can't blend or make or have access to fresh fruits and vegetables, if you don't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables, it doesn't mean that you can't take fruits and vegetables, all right? If you can't blend it, you don't have access to them, then look for products without added sugars in the store. If you don't have access to a garden or a market where you can get fresh vegetables and fruits, then get products from the store that don't have added sugar to it. Also remember that a child is also more likely than an adult to become dehydrated because of their lower body mass. So ensure that you consciously give your children more fluids, even if they don't tell you that they're thirsty. All right? Now, what foods can we eat? We've talked about some of the fluids we can take when we have or when we want to prevent or soothe our catarrh, our coryza, our common cold, or our flu. But what foods can we eat? So while the data is limited, the use of garlic supplements in adults with the flu enhanced their immunity and reduced their symptom severity. You don't necessarily have to take garlic supplements, though. I know many of us prefer to take garlic supplements because probably it's less smelly than the raw variety. But eating raw garlic may also be beneficial because we have limited data in the effects of using garlic supplements, in enhancing your immunity during the flu. So if you have access to garlic, fresh garlic, well, you can take that in various forms. So garlic, besides adding the flavor or aroma to our meals, garlic, do you know, is a great cold curing kind of food? Now, garlic and onions, I know they have this distinctive smell, and that is because of the sulfur that is contained in them. When this garlic is crushed or chopped, it produces allicin. It's a chemical called allicin. It's a substance called allicin, which has been shown to possess anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. So it helps to fight your germs. It helps your body fight germs. And garlic and onions can help reduce the length and severity of flu symptoms by increasing the activity of your natural killer cells. So, do you take garlic for other ailments other than colds or the flu? Let me know in the comment section below. Why don't you? Garlic has a very long history for being used for other medicinal purposes in many cultures around the world. In ancient China and India, for example, garlic was used to treat respiratory and digestive issues. Oh, Amina Suleiman, hi. I'm happy you're here. I can see your comments. I will answer you as we go along. Thank you for joining the live stream. Where did I stop? Yes, I was talking about the garlic being used in many cultures around the world. In China and in India, for example, garlic was used to treat respiratory and digestive issues. While in the Middle Ages, some people viewed garlic merely, not merely, they viewed garlic as a remedy, for arthritis, for toothaches, for chronic coughs, for insect bites. And so if you don't want to take garlic supplements, you can try to get the same benefits from raw or cooked garlic in various forms, in your soups, in your stews. You can even put it in your hot tea. Just add a little bit of honey to your tea to mask that strong scent of garlic, and it will add for a more favorable flavor of your tea. Now, onions, on the other hand, are known to have this substance called quercetin. Now, this quercetin may help regulate your histamine response, and it also contains antiviral properties, according to a study published in January 2016 in Viruses. Yum, 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 yum. This is one of my favorites. Yogurt. Yogurt. Although I tend to buy unsweetened yogurt, which is actually better for you. This is sweetened yogurt. Yogurt is a good source of probiotics. And you may ask, what are probiotics? Probiotics are good bacteria. They're good bacteria that can help support your immune system. And as I mentioned before, to avoid taking yogurt that has added sugar, choose plain unsweetened Greek yogurt. That is the best kind of yogurt you can buy in the stores. Not a yogurt fan? Then why not try other fermented foods instead? A study in the July 2021 issue of Cell details a clinical trial of 36 adults given 2 different diets. These diets were chosen because they were both shown to have significant benefits for gut health, and researchers wanted to determine which of these diets could be more useful. Now, the group who ate or drank fermented foods and drinks like yogurt, kimchi, kefir, and kombucha showed less inflammation compared with the group assigned to a high fiber diet alone and had more diversity in their digestive system's beneficial bacteria. And so, certain foods naturally contain probiotics, including yogurt, kombucha, and tempeh, and the other products I mentioned before. Yep. Woo, woo, woo. Vitamin C. Garlic. Yes, Amina. Garlic has a pungent smell. I prefer to take it in my soup as well because of that pungent smell. Yes, vitamin C containing fruits and vegetables. I can't overstress this enough. I have some grapes here. Yeah, these are all wonderful. These are all high vitamin C containing fruits. So some research suggests that vitamin C can help decrease the severity and length of the common cold, and also the influenza. Vitamin C was shown to be a vital part of the strength of the body's phagocytes and the T cells, which help to fight infection. These are two major components of the immune system. So, do you know the vitamin C containing foods apart from what I've shown you here? Yeah, red or green pepper, oranges or your orange juice. Do you know that your potatoes contain vitamin C? Grapefruit juice, kiwi, broccoli, lemons, strawberries, blueberries, tomatoes. Yeah, tomatoes. Just one medium tomato contains a little over 16 milligrams of vitamin C. Leafy greens too. Leafy greens like your kale, your bell peppers. I have some bit of spinach here. Yeah, they all contain a high amount of vitamin C. Your lettuce too. It contains a high amount of vitamin C. So to help retain vitamin C in your food, enjoy these foods, from the raw farm when possible. Take them raw when possible. Once taken from the farm, wash them, chop them up, eat them fresh from the farm, preferably. But remember that vitamin C is heat sensitive. So cooking can reduce the amount of this nutrient from your body. So if you cook it, the amount of vitamin C that your body can take in can actually be less. So we mentioned leafy greens. There are so many leafy greens. Your lettuce, your spinach, your kale, your broccoli. There's so many of them. These leafy greens can help boost your immune system. They're actually superfoods. They're referred to as superfoods, and they're fantastic when you have the flu. They are quality sources of immune boosting nutrients like vitamins A, C, E, and K. Did you know that by eating that powerful superfood, that powerful leafy green, broccoli, every day can not only strengthen your immune system, broccoli can also, it helps you so much because it contains loads of vitamin C, as I mentioned before. Broccoli, believe it or not, contains such a high amount of vitamin C that it is comparable to even the oranges we take regularly. All right, so don't forget, if you have access to broccoli, take them. They're just as high in vitamin C as your oranges. A study found that eating broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables can help strengthen your immunity. According to research, the chemical sulforaphane in the vegetable activates antioxidant genes and enzymes, in particular the immune cells, to fight free radicals in your body and shield you from illness. So yeah, this superfood broccoli also contains a high amount of iron, and we know that iron is essential for the production of not only the red blood cells but also other immune cells, particularly the white blood cells, which help the body fight infections. So please and please consider adding these leafy greens and more leafy greens um, to your fruit smoothies, your fruit and vegetable smoothies, all right? Or eat them raw. Eat them raw with a drizzle of lemon and olive oil in your salads. If raw vegetables are unappealing to you, you can try roasting them, you could steam them, you could saute them with other vegetables or even plain. Um, Oatmeal. Ooh, I forgot to bring the oatmeal here. So, oatmeal is the next superfood that we can take for our flu. Oatmeal is a great source of several immune boosting nutrients, including your copper, your iron, your selenium, your zinc, your fiber, and your protein. So please add it to your food fighting, your flu fighting, your coryza fighting, your common cold fighting diet. Spices. Fantastic pepper soup. That's one of my favorites when I have catarrh, coryza, or the flu. Adding certain spices to your meals, to your diet, such as some of them that I mentioned before, the ginger. You can add turmeric and even the cayenne pepper to your diet. It can help ease your symptoms of flu or your coryza. Now, these spices, you can even add cinnamon to your meals, to your pepper soups, your stews. These spices are fantastic. They help ease your symptoms. They contain anti-inflammatory properties that can help break up that congestion, that blocked airway, that mucus. So consider adding them to your soups, your stews. We've already mentioned that you can add them to your tea or your hot water or your warm water with lemon. Now, there's this substance called curcumin. Now, curcumin is a naturally occurring compound in turmeric, which is also a spice. It has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. How about hot peppers and horseradish? Yes, you can add them also to your meals to help clear your sinus passages and help alleviate that mucus buildup in your airway. Just make sure that you don't add too much pepper or spices though, because you may not be able to handle it. It may just be too spicy for you. All right. Yes. What else haven't I mentioned? I've mentioned honey, right? Yeah, honey. Let's talk a bit more about honey. Why do we love honey so much for the colds and flu? Well, honey is a common at-home remedy for immediately soothing your sore throat. Now, research suggests that it's a smart move if you're facing the flu in particular, as this natural sweetener may play a role in fighting off your respiratory infections. Studies have shown that honey has antimicrobial properties. It's been found to reduce nighttime coughing and improving sleep in sick children. So, do you use honey for your colds, your catarrh, for your flu, even for your children? Let me know in the chat. Why don't you? Please. Eggs. 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 Did you know that the yolk of eggs in particular are particularly rich in nutrients that support immunity? I bet you didn't. Eggs contain a high amount of vitamin D, and vitamin D is vital in regulating and strengthening your immunity. According to a research or a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, participants who took a daily serving of vitamin D in the wintertime were less likely to catch a cold or any other upper respiratory tract infection in comparison to those who did not. And remember, I talked yesterday about the importance of exercising in boosting your immunity. I forgot to say that when you exercise, your white blood cells, those are the ones that fight infection, travel through your body faster. And so, of course, they do their jobs better. Yeah, because when you exercise, you know, your blood, so to speak, is flowing faster. And so, of course, your white blood cells which are the ones that fight infections, travel through your body faster and do their jobs better to help fight those infections, especially your flu infections during this harmattan or winter season. The bodacious banana. The bodacious banana, yeah. Banana is bodacious. Whether you slice it, you mash it, or eat it whole, bananas are usually easy on the stomach. They can be a to-go food. They can be a go-to food if you've been hit with nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Look for comfort foods when you have the flu, coryza, or common cold. Those comfort foods that remind you of those foods your family, your grandma used to make for you when you were younger, or that your mom used to make for you when you were younger, when you were growing up. Good old chicken soup for the soul, that meat and casserole or meat and potato casserole hot pot your grandma used to make for your whole family, or your mom used to make for your whole family when you and your younger ones were much younger. Those are comfort foods. And even now, when you take them when you have colds, catarrh, or your flu, yeah, they do help to soothe your flu symptoms or your coryza symptoms. Ah, good sources of lean protein, which are low in fats, include your skinless poultry, your skinless chicken, your fish. You could also take tofu or even beans as a source of lean protein. Turkey sandwiches. These can all be good for fighting off infections like the flu. And remember that protein, in addition, helps us to maintain our lean body mass, which includes our muscle mass, which can be degraded as when we're sick, depending on how severe the sickness is. Because of course we know that flu is worse, and it may help make you lose your lean muscle mass. And so this lean poultry, your fish, your beans, your turkey can help to mobilize your muscle mass. And believe it or not, my loves, dark chocolate, yum, haha, one of my favorites. Dark chocolate can be extremely helpful in fighting off a common cold. How, you may ask? Well, dark chocolate contains a heavy concentration of theobromine, which is an antioxidant that has been proven to alleviate coughing. Yes, dark chocolate can help alleviate your coughing. According to research, dark chocolate works similarly to, yeah, honey, in soothing the nerves in the throat. So now, go and grab your favorite dark chocolate today. Today, nuts, nuts and seeds, nuts. Yeah, I have some peanuts here or groundnuts here. Nuts and seeds like Brazilian nuts bring vitamins E, selenium, and magnesium. All of these are immune fortifiers. And vitamin E is an antioxidant that has been shown to improve the body's ability to fight off bacteria and viruses, according to the National Institutes of Health. Yeah. Selenium-rich foods. Yeah, the nuts contain a large amount of selenium as well, as I mentioned before. All right. So selenium-rich foods. Now, this mineral selenium increases your body's production of cytokines, which help to fight the flu virus. Selenium can also be found in brown rice, in sunflower seeds, in oatmeal, in lentils, in spinach. Yeah, in spinach. In spinach, you can find selenium in spinach. In spinach, in cashews, in bananas, in milk, in yogurt. You can find selenium there as well. All sorts of nuts. You can eat all sorts of nuts. Walnuts and pecan nuts can all be additional tasty sources to your salads, and they provide you with all of these antioxidants, your vitamin E, your selenium, your magnesium. So don't forget, nuts are a viable option to eat when you're down with the flu, when you want to prevent yourself from the flu, when you want to help treat and soothe your flu or your common colds or your coryza, right? But remember though that portion control, please. Portion control is essential when you're eating your nuts. I know they're healthy food, but calorie dense. So, overindulgence in nuts can contribute to your weight gain. So, be careful, guys. Apples. Apples, apples, apples. Yeah, apples. Apples can really help prevent illnesses like the common cold. They, apples, apples Remember that adage that says, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? It is more than just that. Now, this fruit, the apple, contains antioxidants. It contains antioxidant phytochemicals which improve your immunity and lower your chances of developing chronic diseases, not only just from preventing you from flu and colds, or helping to prevent or soothe and treat your colds and catarrh. It can help lower your chances of developing chronic diseases. Do any of you take wild salmon? Now, wild salmon is a type of fish. It's much loved. I remember an auntie of mine loves, Allah bless her soul, she loves salmon. So whenever we go to the store, she always looks for salmon. So wild salmon is a type of fish, and it's filled with zinc. And zinc is a nutrient, as I mentioned before, that has been proven to assist with reducing the common cold symptoms. Do you like mushrooms? Do you like mushrooms? Um, as well as adding flavor to your salads, mushrooms have antiviral and immune boosting properties that can help your body ward off the flu virus. Now, this is because of some special structural sugars called beta glucans, which help to modulate the immune system. Ooh, I can see I have quite a few messages. Yeah, I mean, Suleiman said garlic has a pungent smell. Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah, it has a pungent smell. Yeah, yeah. She prefers to take it in her soups because the pungent smell is less than when taken raw, definitely. And yes, Hawabello loves dark chocolate, but she just didn't know that there were benefits, in eating dark chocolate for the flu, and she didn't know that it helped soothe your sore throat. Yeah, it does. And yes, Hawa Bello still mentioned she eats a lot of nuts. She said she eats a bowl full. No, Hawa, please don't do that. Hawa, please don't take a bowl full of nuts, all right? What is usually recommended is that, you take just like a handful of nuts, any kind of nuts, just a handful, and you eat that, and that is just it. Don't take a bowl full of nuts. Please don't do that. That will just make you, make you lose, make you gain weight. All right. Thanks for all the messages from Amina Suleiman and Hawa Bello. Thanks for your input. Lovely. So let's continue. How many of you have tried sugar-free ice pops when you have catarrh? Sugar-free ice pops, or even just ice pops. They don't have to be sugar-free, but I mean, of course, preferably they should be sugar-free. But how many of you have tried sugar-free ice pops when you have catarrh? Please tell me in the comment section. Because while, yeah, I know warm fluids provide more relief from your flu, your catarrh, and your coryza symptoms, some people find that cold foods can help numb the pain of a sore throat. So if you're making your own ice pops at home, give it a try. You can blend, then freeze fresh fruits for a delicious, healthy alternative. Hey, even store-bought brand ice pops, of course without added sugar, can work. Make sure to eat all of these foods for the prevention and treatment of the common cold and flu when you're sick. Get your Don't Get Sick checklist, and don't forget to support this channel in my pinned comment below. See you at the final kick flu in the butt series tomorrow on tomorrow's fourth live stream. I'm Dr. Hadiza Marliyya Suleiman, your favorite holistic reconstructive surgeon, signing out and see you tomorrow. Bye.